Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and this is Thor, Fat Thor, with Nick Fury and White Fox hitting over 3.5 to boot. It's 3.73 million points in ABX, and I want to take him into some other content as well to really illustrate that we are, in a lot of ways, undervaluing how much he's able to do with this new uniform, and it's really a lot stronger than we thought. For reference, I want to take him into ABX now and show you what he would be able to do with his, and I haven't made any changes to his uniform, by the way, so this is the same uniform that I covered a few days ago. It's still heroic, it's just a bit more XP. Now I want to show you guys what he would have been doing with his Infinity War uniform in that same ABX stage. So you guys can get a feel for, we're not even going to do the full 3 minutes because it's going to be obvious after about a minute to a minute and a half that we're dealing with a completely different monster. And, you know, say what you will about the skill changes in terms of aesthetically, in terms of visually. You know, this is a very beautiful game, and sometimes I forget that a lot of people really enjoy this game because of how, you know, unique and interesting and how creative the skills are. And so we do expect at least a couple of skill changes with every new uniform, and especially when they're for iconic characters like, you know, Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. We expect a little bit more effort from the devs to illustrate and to really reflect on that love that we have for these characters. And so I totally understand that, but to say that the uniform is bad in terms of the actual buffs that it gives the character, that would be a gross misunderstatement, or that would be a gross, you know, incorrect. That's just completely incorrect. It's a misstatement. I don't know what you'd call it, but you can see that he's struggling right now. Well, he's not struggling, but you'll see that he's not going to quite get there when all is said and done, especially once the Frost Beast starts roaring and things start getting down to business. But he is doing quite well right now, and he is getting, you know, a good score in, but it would be a mistake to think that his new uniform is bad. And it's definitely nowhere near. It's kind of in between Captain America and Iron Man, but it's definitely a lot closer to Captain America than Iron Man. Judging by the recent video we did where we compared Iron Man to his level 60 character. You know, Thor is maybe not in the meta, but I think he's pretty close. I had previously said he wasn't in the meta, but, you know, I think he's a lot closer than I gave him credit for with this new uniform. But I still think that he needs just one or two more because he just doesn't have enough utility for this meta. And I think I'm a little bit... No, I'm not off. I thought I was off on the targeting for that skill, but I am not. But you can see here he's actually doing pretty well. He's doing better than I thought he was going to do with his uniform. I didn't actually practice this before, so I wasn't, you know, I didn't have a number in my mind. I just figured that he was going to do quite a bit less damage, but he's actually still holding pretty strong. He's probably going to end up capping out at around 3 million, maybe a little bit less. So it's not a huge jump. It's only about 500,000 difference in score, but if you calculate the additional on top of that, it's closer to a million. It's 800,000 and change. So, and that would be the case on this day. When it comes to his regular day, it would be even more because you've got a different team up. You've only got Hyperion and one support rather than getting Nick Fury and rather than getting White Fox as well. So we got the last, that should be the last roar for the remainder of this fight. So we'll see just how much Thor can put in these last 30 seconds with a lot of defensive buffs from the Frost Beast. And that's why, if you're wondering your ABX score, why it lowers over time, it's because you do less damage when the Frost Beast has the all defense buff up. But we can still squeeze. We're actually going to skip the 5th skill here because we don't want to hit it off the rage proc. We want to hit it when it's on the rage proc for maximum damage. And we can squeeze in a couple more skills here. Okay, so there we go, 2.8 million. I originally said I wasn't going to do the full 3 minutes, but it wasn't that apparent after the first minute. He actually looked like he was on pace for almost 3.5 million, but the score really starts to, you know, trend downwards. and that's that's impressive for the other Thor as well, because that means I was clocking 1.5 million in the first minute in order to get to 3.8 at the end. So we're looking at a difference of about a million points there, 3.8 versus 2.8. Now let's go and take Thor into some giant boss raids so you guys can see what that looks like with the new uniform. With his old uniform, with a similar team up, he's taking like between 5 and 6 minutes to clear this content. I'm actually gonna have to back out of this altogether. This is kind of a pretty bad system. I have to exit out of the screen just to go and change his uniform. I don't really like that you can't access the character's uniform from the GBR screen. They should change that. But I do imagine that with this new uniform, he's going to clock a lot better of a time here. We're going to use the same team. I think I said 5 to 6 minutes. This is the team that I usually use because it's kind of cute and it's a nice little team up for him. This is not the best possible team for Thor, but this is the one with the most team ups, and it's also one that has a debuff leadership, so it's pretty cute. But I believe he was taking about 7 minutes with a CTP or with a lightning damage proc, so I actually don't know how fast he would do it with a CTP of Rage, but let's see how this looks with his new uniform. Alright, perfect. So we got 2 players with us that brought along what appear to be below average teams, so I think this is going to be a very nice test for my Thor. We got another Thor here, but I think it's going to be a good test to see how much damage he can do without any help, and seeing how long this takes. My prediction is 3 minutes. That's my prediction for how long this is going to take for him to hammer this out. And I imagine that he would be probably in the 4 to 5 minute mark if we had his old uniform with my current build for him. We just need to remember that we can't cancel that 4th skill at all. And then we should be good to go. Why am I not moving? Okay, I love the GBR bugs. So much fun. You get slapped sometimes, then he just stands there for like 10 seconds and he doesn't move at all. And it's really not fun. We're gonna slap this tier 3 skill. Boom. Let's go. Let's start hammering the giant boss with his raid. We're gonna giant boss all over his raid. And we're gonna lag too. Yeah, tons of lag. Sweet. Somebody said that because I'm playing on a PC, and I am playing on a PC, that I should never experience lag. Well, unfortunately, these emulators, they're not perfect. So I definitely do experience lag, unfortunately. But I am in the process of possibly changing that permanently. So I may never see lag like this again on the streams and on the YouTube content. So let me know what you guys think of that. I'm looking at buying a new phone that can plug directly into my computer. So right now we're looking at almost 30 million damage, almost 29 million damage in a minute and a half. Let's go, Daddy Thor. Let's go and hit that tier 3 skill now and see just how much damage we can pump out with basically nobody else here. We just need this guy to hit the team up skill so we can get a little bit more damage in here. But I think I can make I can make do on that promise. So I got guard broken there, so I couldn't actually apply the buff. Ooh, that was kind of bad. Okay, interesting. I think we still have the buff active though. I don't know if that was 10 seconds, but yeah, if he gets guard broken before he's able to get that last swing off, it's not gonna. He's got to do that backswing. Backswing's so important, guys. You golf people. All right, we took a little hit there. We got stunned. That's okay. We're coming up on the, what did I say, 2.5 minutes? 3.5 minutes? Anyways, we're coming up on the 2.5 minute mark. I think I'm going to be wrong here. I don't know, I think I said 3 minutes. I actually can't even remember what I said anymore. This lag is also making my brain lag, so, you know, computers. Oh, you're not recovering any HP, buddy. No way. If I could ever get a crit to trigger my rage proc, I would stop letting you. Am I seriously never going to crit? Wow. Okay. We're going to run away here. I want to squeeze in more damage. I lied. I said I was going to run away, but I didn't. Because Thor doesn't run away from fights. So we're going to hit the 3 minute mark here. So Cynicalex is wrong. He's dumb. Thor's uniform is bad. He was wrong about his prediction. But I don't think we're going to be wrong by or off by that much. I think we're going to get this in about 3.5 minutes, which is not bad. I think it's a pretty good, with all this lag, it's a pretty good, you know, showing. And probably right now you're like, hey, Alex, that device you were talking about, could you get that now, please? Judging by how much this is sucking, dude. All these extra particles are just stacking up, and boom, there we go. So I was wrong. 3.5 minutes. to take down Master Mold, but in that time, I pumped out 94% of the damage. I pumped out 63 million damage in 328. So you take away about 18 seconds for all the loading and stuff like that. So that's 180 seconds, 6, 12, 18, 190 seconds. So 63, 190, 274 divided by 190. That's about 333,000 damage per second. That's not bad at all. I mean, I think Sharon Rogers tops out at about 500,000 damage per second against giant boss raids, so Thor's pretty high up there. Now I want to take you into some content for World Boss Ultimate. This is Ebony Maw. We're going to go stage 60, and we're going to go with Nick Fury, Thor, and... we'll throw Shuri in. Oh no, you know what? Ooh, let's go Coulson. Let's go full. This is full damage because we've got the guaranteed crit as well. And we're going to go with Strikers also to see just how bonkers his damage could be. We're not even going to go with the healing because I just want to go for maximum speed. And I want to see, I think he can go higher than 60. That's the first thing I want to say. And I just want to see how much time I'm going to have left. My prediction is, and you can get your predictions in now, I think I'm going to have a minute. I'm going to have a minute and 30 seconds left. That's my prediction, and I might be a little bit short on that, but let's see what happens. A minute 30 left. Let's go. Pop that buff. Get those damage numbers rolling. Get Ebony sweating. He's like, man, what happened, Thor? I didn't even, whoa, look at that damage. Let's go. Let's go. Damn, Thor. So that damage was from Weapon Hex. When the bar just spikes like that, that's usually because it's either Weapon Hex hits the all defense down, or it is a combination of Deadpool and Scarlet Witch at the same time. Oh, I canceled my 3 skill. I'm dumb. But yeah, I canceled my 3 skill, so I actually didn't get that damage in at all. But it's okay, because we got lag, so you can do anything with lag, guys. Except win. We are crushing this right now. I think I'm way off on the time. He can go way higher than 60. And yeah, it's a 25% buff. It really doesn't seem like much. I think we get so used to characters with all defense down and these kinds of mechanics that we don't see them and we're like, oh, well, you know, he must be bad for this game mode. No, he's tearing Ebony's ass up. He's burning through, and I got this goofy hair, and you know, he's taking no prisoners. Let me get this buff off so I can clown you. Look at this. Boom. A minute 15. You're getting dunked, my dude. He's getting erased. Oh, I did the 5th skill on the team up, too. Oh, that's nasty. You are getting erased, my dude. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. That was like multiple all defense down stacking. Okay, so I got a bit lucky here, but this is insane. You have to have... Wow. Holy shit. You have to have damage to take advantage of the all defense down. It doesn't just automatically happen. But that was a minute and 40. That was less than 100 seconds. Oh my god. Yeah. That was a minute and 16 seconds. That was 76 seconds. Jesus. Was that 76? Was that 320? Was it 344 or 322? Either way, that was under 100 seconds, which is one of the challenges to unlock. Well, it's stage 59 challenge to unlock stage 60. So, of course, if he can do it in under 100 seconds at stage 60, he can do it in under 100 seconds at stage 59. I didn't even realize he was this good. Damn. Say what you will about the lack of skill changes. I'm not going to disagree with you that he should use Mjolnir. I agree with you. He should use Mjolnir in one of his skills, and I agree that there should be visually more than one skill change. But in terms of his production, I think it's pretty damn good. Again, I'm not trying to force you or coerce you or, you know, trick you into purchasing this uniform. You purchase it if you like Thor and you play with him, but if you don't anyways, then you could probably stick with Endgame or Ragnarok if you just purchased it for the card. I don't know. I don't think his value has increased at all in PvP. I think this is a strictly PvE move, but to say that he's not good in PvE when he just melted a stage 60, yeah, gotta get that fake news out of here. So let me know what you guys think. I'm kind of stunned that he did that so fast, and I actually want to see how much higher he can go because that was really fast. But it was with Nick Fury and Coulson. So hit me up in the comments below. Let's have a conversation. I actually enjoy this outro. Subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to support me, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.